For years, the autonomous driving debate has centered around one question: do you really need LiDAR? Some companies said no, some doubled down on it. And now, one of the world's largest technology players is quietly introducing what may be the highest line count mass-produced LiDAR system ever installed in a production vehicle. 500 lines, with potential to scale to 1,000. If that number doesn't mean much to you yet, it will by the end of this video. Because this isn't just about a sensor upgrade, it's about who's setting the next standard in the global autonomous arms race. Let's break down what's actually happening. Huawei is equipping its updated Maextro S800 and Aito M9 with a new LiDAR system reportedly called D5 Max. Reports suggest this is a 500-line LiDAR sensor. To understand why that matters, we need to clarify what line count means. In simple terms, the more lines a LiDAR system has, the more vertical resolution it captures in a three-dimensional scan of the environment. More lines equals denser point cloud. Denser point cloud equals more detailed environmental modeling. That improves object recognition, pedestrian detection, long-range obstacle identification, and lane geometry accuracy, especially at higher speeds. And for premium autonomous driving, detail equals safety margin. Most mass-produced LiDAR systems currently operate at lower line counts. A 500-line system dramatically increases resolution density. This allows better performance in complex urban environments, improved detection in adverse lighting, and more precise mapping for high-speed highway autonomy. And the bigger headline? Future scalability to 1,000 lines. That signals not just iteration, but roadmap ambition. When companies publicly reference upgrade paths, they're signaling confidence in sensor architecture scalability. This is strategic positioning. Hardware alone doesn't win autonomy. Software integration does. Both vehicles will run Huawei's new advanced driving platform, Qiankun ADS 5.0. The naming alone signals a generational leap. Advanced driver assistance systems evolve incrementally. When a company jumps version numbers significantly, it usually reflects higher compute power, better sensor fusion, improved AI decision modeling, and enhanced long-range predictive behavior. The real edge isn't just seeing more, it's interpreting faster. Highline LiDAR paired with upgraded software creates a feedback loop: better data, better decisions, safer autonomy, and more user trust. And trust is the real currency in autonomous adoption. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Maextro S800 is currently one of China's best-selling luxury sedans. The Aito M9 has reportedly led the 500,000 yuan plus SUV category for 21 consecutive months. That matters. Because advanced hardware installed in low-volume halo cars doesn't shift industry standards. But installing it in top-selling premium models, that pressures competitors. Consumers begin expecting higher resolution autonomy. Competitors must respond. That's how technology inflection points happen. In the United States, the autonomy debate has, mostly been framed around camera-based systems versus LiDAR-heavy stacks. Meanwhile, Chinese automakers are aggressively integrating multi-sensor architectures. Huawei's move raises a bigger strategic question: is the future of autonomy really defined by minimal hardware or by maximal perception capability? More lines mean more cost, of course, but also, potentially, more reliability. For luxury buyers, cost sensitivity is lower, but safety expectations are definitely higher. So, premium segments often become, testing grounds for tech escalation. If the technology proves superior, trickle-down follows. This move sends a message beyond China. It signals that the autonomous race is not slowing down. It's actually intensifying. And not just in software, but in sensor engineering too. When companies invest in ultra-high-definition perception hardware, it suggests confidence that autonomous demand will persist, regulatory pathways will expand, and consumer appetite for advanced driving will grow. But here's the nuance. More hardware doesn't automatically equal better autonomy. Sensor fusion, AI modeling, redundancy logic, edge case handling, these are still the real differentiators. So the real question isn't, is 500-line LiDAR impressive? It's, how well does it integrate into real-world driving scenarios? There's also a psychological dimension here. Consumers might not understand line counts, but they definitely understand most advanced. And honestly, automotive marketing thrives on superlatives. World's highest line count LiDAR, ultra-high definition detection, long-range precision. These phrases create perceived technological leadership, and that perception influences buying behavior, especially in the premium market. It might be an inflection point, or it might just be a competitive escalation phase. If the 500-line D5 Max proves significantly superior in real-world autonomy testing, it could set a new benchmark. If it delivers only incremental improvement, then it's more of a spec sheet advantage than a functional leap. Either way, the trajectory is clear. Sensor density is increasing, compute is scaling, autonomous capability is advancing, and the companies willing to invest aggressively in perception hardware are betting that higher resolution equals higher reliability. This isn't just about one LiDAR upgrade, it's really about direction. Huawei is signaling that ultra-high resolution sensing is central to its autonomous vision. The combination of 500-line LiDAR, potential 1,000-line scalability, and ADS 5.0 software integration positions its premium vehicles as technology flagships. Whether that translates into global leadership remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: the autonomous race is no longer theoretical. It's hardware, it's software, it's market share, and it's accelerating. If you want deeper breakdowns on autonomous technology, global EV competition, and the strategic tech shifts shaping the next decade, go ahead and subscribe. Because the companies defining perception today will define mobility tomorrow.